And I'm going. So, I'm here with you, with Tondors Dota as the Evil Twig, giving you a shoutcast between Team Liquid and LGD Gaming. I'm pretty interested to see how this one's going to go. I know that these teams are pretty even in skill level, so it could be a good game. And from what I've heard, it is a good game because it's already happened. So,
10 seconds remaining.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's in the lower bracket, man. One match gets played, loses out. So this is the money match as well. You win this game, and you're into some money, and it's always good. You know, get rewarded by your passion.
Every match you win, you're closer to be the $1.4 million winners as well. So it's a pretty big deal for both teams, kind of putting all their cards on this game. And the Batrider and the Wisp is banned by LGD Gaming. I know that Fluff and stuff really loves to play that Wisp, so it's pretty interesting. Instead, Team Liquid, they love to play heroes like Shadow Demon and Treant, and heroes that have a lot of global abilities, and they like to run the global strategies. So I'd really like to see if they're going to play that this game.
Yeah, well, stick to your strengths. This is, like I said before, the one-match game. You can't make mistakes in the draft. You have to play to your strengths, and we'll see with these first two pickups what Team Liquid, what type of game they want to play. You can see from their bans as well. Visage and Darks here, just two very strong heroes in the early and mid game.
LGD must be agreeing with me with this global strategy idea. They pick up the Naga, just enabling them to have that counter initiation with the Song of the Siren. It gives them, 7 seconds of disabled. So, pretty strong pickup straight away by LGD Gaming. Picking up the Naga. We'll see if they decide to change their strategy. So they pick up the Gyrocopter and the Razor. Is this the first time that Razor was picked up in this tournament? I'm not sure.
I wouldn't put it past it, but I do have a feeling it may have been picked up earlier. But just picking it up that early in the draft is definitely saying something to the other team. It's saying, look, we're going to pick these two big, strong carries. So what can you do against us, you know? It's just stating the intent straight away.
Totally, man. Team Liquid are, I believe, quite a new team. They maybe 2 years old now.
Well, even then, I don't even know if they're that old. I think they're a lot newer than that.
A lot newer than that. They're very new, so they've done really well for themselves getting this far into the international. Even if they get kicked out in this match, they've done, they've made it so far. They've practiced hard. They've put in the hours, and here they are. So I'd really like to see big things from them, but also I kind of want LGD.CN to do well. So I'm a bit torn.
Well, LGD.CN, third place getters of TI2, strong between then and now. They've easily been one of the best teams in China, if not the whole world. Definitely a favourite heading into this tournament. They're one of the best teams. They're making comebacks as well. They're just really solid all around, and that's where the Naga pick comes in. Like you said, the ultimate really just puts a stamp on the game. It was funny, like last year at TI2, whenever the ulti got popped from Naga Siren, everyone groaned, but this year when the ulti gets popped, everyone gets excited because that generally means people want a team fight afterwards. So
it's a great ability to allow LGD to have good positioning on all their supports and all of their heroes on their team. So I think in a sense it's great as a safe positional hero, but it also allows you to disengage from the enemy team, especially because they have a Razor. The Razor with a static link, as soon as he gets all of those charges on a static link, all they need to do is use the Song of Siren and disengage. So even though it's not a counter pick, they picked it first before seeing anything. It's still strong against the Razor. Nature's Prophet picked up by LGD. They're going for the global strategy themselves. They're gonna push out the map with the Naga images and also have their Wrath of Nature from Nature's Prophet. And let's see what Team Liquid are going to do about this. I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to ban out something like the Nyx and put Naga Siren on support, or
or just Nags would be a good. Well, Nags gets countered by Razor, so I don't know if they want to ban out the Nags. So Spectre ban out.
It's true. The static link goes through BKB.
Yep. So that's why Razor. Maybe that's why they picked Razor so early, because they didn't want to have to ban the Nags. So
Team Liquid a bit scared of the Spectre pickup.
10 seconds.
They're
remaining.
a little bit concerned about the global strategy that I was saying so much
5
about
seconds
before.
remaining.
The Spectre would have been a really strong pick, but it's banned out.
Reserve
LGD, maybe they might be thinking about running this Naga as a carry now, just because that Spectre has been banned out.
well, we'll see how it goes. I don't think Naga's been played as a carry in the TI3 once. Maybe transitioned into a carry like mid game, but definitely always starts off with support just because of the minus armor nuke in the trap.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. How much was it buffed? I didn't actually read the.
Well,
patch
the
notes.
armor reduction, it does 130 damage level 1 and armor reduction is 2. So at a level 1 fight, that's huge.
Yeah,
Like-
if you hit 1 or 2 heroes,
Yep.
it adds up. It's AoEs, right? So Bane picked up by Team Liquid. They're trying to get this counter initiation. What it's all about. When you're versing heroes like Nature's Prophet,
10 seconds
if they jump on
remaining.
you, then you just pop the ultimate, you pop the sleep on them, and then you can either disengage or decide to go on it. And Magnus picked up by LGD, so they're going for this
Just-
big man fight, positional fight. So, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Magnus is a really strong hero. He's probably one of my more favoured mid heroes. He's just the reverse polarity. All his moves do something at some point in the game. Reverse polarity is good all game, but the empower
10
buff up for late game for his carries is really important. That decides a lot of
5
games.
seconds remaining.
He's so hard to take down in the middle lane as well. He has about 900 HP at like level 3 or 4. So
Reserve
Yeah.
time.
And you
being
level
a
up that
strength-based-
skewer.
You level up the skewer, that's right, and then you just frickin' get out and what are you gonna do about it? Crystal Maiden picked up and
Again, that's 2 out of 3
LGD's turn to
games
pick.
that we've casted. So it's Crystal Maiden coming back.
he's just gonna get smashed by the Naga Siren ulti and the RP. I'm not sure if I like the CM pick, but
Yeah, we'll have to see. Well, what other support you can? I guess you can pick like it depends. You can pick a Lena or
even a Keeper of the Light would be nice just to
10
kind of start
seconds
dealing with this
remaining.
global abilities from
Team
LGD.
Liquid's turn
Mm.
Kind
down.
of deal a lot of nuke damage rather than having to run up and do it.
Yeah, well,
do it yourself.
that's good. With the weakness about Coddle is the other team having stunners and stuff, but it looks like
10
like their
seconds
supports. I think Coddle could definitely just hang at the back, get a lot of charges
remaining.
off with the
5 seconds
Illuminate.
remaining.
And then
do a lot
the
of damage
Nightmare
in the
setup
fight.
is so strong with
Mm.
the Illuminate as well. So
Reserve time.
I'm not
Well,
sure. Maybe they decided to pick up the Crystal Maiden instead, and the Alchemist picked up by LGD. This big AoE stun with the setup from the RP. It's gonna deal a ton of damage here. LGD
Yeah,
looking
well,
strong.
China usually play the 1-4 strat, so they'll try to give as much farm as possible to Sylar, their legendary carry player.
LGD's turn
So
to
he'll
ban.
probably definitely be playing that Alchemist. So we'll see if he gets really big, really quick in this game.
I'm saying maybe 84 CS. 83 CS.
Turn to pick.
At 10 minutes?
Yeah, 83. That's my bet.
Alright, I'll say, I reckon he's going to get about 94. Oh no, 10 minutes, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, I reckon it'll be a bit less actually. I'll go for mid-70s.
mid 70s. Okay. 83 is every creep in the lane. So
We'll talk about those last 2 bans from both teams real quick. There's the Anti-Mage and the Shadow Demon ban from Team Liquid, just saying, look,
10
pretty much
seconds
forced LGD Gaming into the Alchemist pick,
remaining. 5 seconds
banning out those 2
remaining.
other hard carries that Sylar likes to play. And you've got the Shadow Demon, which would have,
Reserve time.
I don't know, does it disrupt the Razor Link?
LGD's
No, it doesn't.
turn
It
to
does
pick.
not.
Doesn't? Okay.
Uh,
I guess it's just a good support.
Shadow Demon is not strong against Razor at all. You use the Purge on him and it slows you as well. So
Mm.
all the Razor needs to do is turn around and just hit you. So and if you disrupt the guy who's being static linked as well, it just means that he can't run away from the static link and he still steals all the damage. So no, I'm not sure if it's a great ban, but maybe.
Well, they forced LGD into banning the Nakes because that's what they thought they were picking because Shadow Demon's good Canada Nakes. So it was a little bit of mind games, but you can see the last 2 pickups now. You got Clockwork for Team Liquid and Jakiro for LGD Gaming.
Jakiro, nice range, a nice range stun, a nice ability to kind of help his teammates if he's a little bit too far away. It means they can play a little bit more greedy, maybe stack up the neutral camps and get a lot more farm than they would normally if they had a hero like maybe let's say Crystal Maiden or like a slow running support like a Shadow Shaman or something like that. So I like this pickup. It means that he doesn't need to be as close and he can kind of be as greedy as he can. So on Team Liquid side, we have Korok on the Gyrocopter, we have TC on Razor, Fluff and Stuff on the Crystal Maiden, Bulba on the Clockwork, and IX Mike on the Bane. Do you want to run through LGD?
LGD? Yeah, well, on LGD, we've got Yao's Magnus, we've got DDC on the Jakiro. Silo got the Alchemist in the end, so number 1. DD gets the Naga Siren, and back at base, Zhao 8's got the Prophet.
It's looking like an offlane Prophet here. He's picked up the Ring of Protection, so...
Yep, so he's just going to try to just, like, he thinks that if it's going to be a defensive tri-lane, then he can mess up the pools. If it's going to be just one-on-one, then he'll get farm. So either way, he's getting a good situation.
This Treant scouting out Team Liquid, scouting out where they put their wards. There's already seen that Bane has used one of the wards, so maybe they're just going to go out and counter ward it immediately.
Well,
yeah, they do.
Yep, very well played by LGD.
And they get a ward down for themselves. If Liquid are trying to run an aggressive tri-lane, then they're already on the back foot. So it's well played by LGD, securing this Alchemist farm, making life hard for Team Liquid with the squishy supports. I'm really interested to see how this is going to go. They're scouting out. They're just waiting on the top bit of the river. They see a regen, and Team Liquid just running around the long way.
Yep. So we'll see how this tri-lane goes. I like triple ranged offensive tri-lanes. They just with the harassment damage, they can do a lot more.
Yeah, LGD only have one range support at this time, so well, I mean forever, but you know,
well,
Furion has
Naga Siren with the net can catch up pretty quickly.
Yeah, is it the range is pretty long. It's longer than you'd think, because the animation starts and then they can't actually get away from it no matter what. So LGD DD, oh no, he just chops his way out. Looked like he was going to be a little bit of trouble there. Just get some harassment from the Frostbite, using his mana because it has to be used at some point. So sitting there with his mana regen at 0.9. I'm really fascinated that he uses his spells so early in aggressive tri-lane. If I was a support in a lane like this, I would be I would be very concerned about my mana use, because
definitely.
After you've used a few abilities, all of a sudden you have no mana, you have no ability to do anything in the lane. So
well, it looks like the lane might be pushing now. There was only a 1 stack there, so 2 creep waves here pushing up. This will be a lot of experience for Liquid supports.
Although this gives LGD an ability to play really aggressively with the creep wave. If Liquid's creeps are getting killed so quickly, all they need to do is stun and then disable, and then they get all the creeps damage as well as the. I'm so surprised they didn't pick off Korok just then.
Ooh, Fluff and Stuff gets netted.
Yeah,
Jakiro
they missed their timing.
stuns.
They missed their timing there. But
Prophet TP's in. Jakiro with
Fluff
dual
and
breath.
Stuff
Gets taken out.
gets taken out. My goodness, first blood goes to LGD DDC. So
Already this tri-lane. Not looking good.
looking good for LGD though.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
really surprised that they didn't go on it a lot earlier with the Alchemist stun setup and then the continuation of the net. They could have done a ton of damage with their creep wave, their double creep wave, but they decided not to. Instead, they just play it safe. I mean, well, not safe. They played it a little bit slower than I would like, but instead they still get the same. They still get the same outcome. They just needed a TP from the Furion to get what they wanted. And the link coming out from Razor, just stealing a couple of right clicks, getting a ton of damage. Maybe he's going to dive him there.
Ooh.
And Xiao Wei just taking a fall. This is the problem with rotating with the Furion, is you get behind
he didn't have
and
his
you're in
TP
lane.
up, so he couldn't just TP out.
He couldn't just TP out, and he didn't have boots by himself, so not looking good for him there. DDC still sitting on 280 gold. He must have upped the core. He doesn't have his boots yet. And the stun being charged by Sylar. They've decided to sack top lane. They're going to try and get kills on bottom. Korok getting instead. The stun coming out. He gets Nightmare immediately, which gives him invulnerability for a second. He gets the DOT of the Deal Breath. Sitting on 20 HP, running away. Gets the salve off. He might get away from this. Using the... Oh goodness, the stun goes out on him. He's running around. And he takes a fall to Jakiro again. Jakiro sitting 2-0. And... who else? Oh, that was the Fury on the top lane, which was 1 kill from Liquid. So,
Yep, that was only 1 death there. The Bane was able to get out and survive. He's walking back to base. Alex Mike, but I don't know, a little bit of a misplay I think from Korok. He turned to pot. He turned to Rocket Barrage when he could have kept running.
he could have gotten out from that, I feel, but
Yeah, he could have juked around and lost vision, so Alk wouldn't have been able to. He would have had a lot more health. So he was just trying to do a big play.
instead he takes a fall, which, you know, it's a bit unfortunate for their team, but
Well, this offensive tri lane's really not going in their favour, so we'll
on
see.
the bright side,
what's-
Razor is really having a good time, so he's
Yeah,
been pulled
Razor's
as well.
cruising.
Been pulled region. IX Mike not having a TP scroll, he has to run all the way back and having the slow walk of shame back into the lane, thinking, oh goodness, what have I done? I'm a Bane.
Radiant's top
At least
I'm
he's
a
level
very
3.
sad Bane. He's
Yeah,
level
he's-
3, yeah. He's getting levels.
Yeah, Crystal Maiden's still only just level 2, so these Crystal Maiden tri lanes not working out offensively.
Well, 280 movement speed with 492 HP. He just doesn't have the capabilities, in my opinion, to be an offensive tri lane, but
Well, look at this Naga, no boots, 320 movement speed.
exactly, it just doesn't seem as strong running a hero like that in an aggressive tri lane. The ensnare and the ability to use the ice wall, you don't even need movement speed to use that. You just use it from ages away, just sit still and yeah, so Sylar still getting farmed, sitting on 26 last hits. Probably not going to be looking at the 83 last hits at 10 minutes that I predicted, but
Well, yeah, with the aggressive tri, it's always going to be a bit harder. You can see in this mid lane, Magnus versus Clockwork, it's very even. Clockwork slightly in ahead, three extra last hits over the Magnus. But with Bottle Crowing, it's very easy just to sort of draw mid, I guess you could say.
some nice creep blocking here by Liquid Bulba, trying to keep the creep wave on his side of the river. A small thing, but pretty important for his ability to control the lane and not get ganked by the enemy team. He goes and checks the 6-minute rune, and
Is it going to spawn for him? No. Dota gods say no.
Yao spamming out the creep wave, trying to get the bottom rune, but IX Mike instead gets the regen rune at
Yeah,
bottom.
will Yao waste time and run bottom? Maybe? No. He's not going to have power of it.
Radiant's top tower
Looks like
is under
Razor's
attack.
putting pressure on the tower. Up top, tier 1 tower. It's already on 350 health.
Well, he doesn't have
What-
much damage at the moment, considering all of his damage comes from the enemy heroes, so
Well, 6 minutes 30 into the game, he's got, what's that?
phase
It's like
boots,
90,
Quella,
Ni-
90 damage.
91 damage. That's pretty decent in the early game. So you can see Liquid's completely abandoned bot lane now. They've had enough of that tri lane.
Wonder if we're going to see a Midas out from Sylar, or going straight for the Shadow Blade, or maybe even a Battle Fury. He's having a really good time at this bottom lane.
Yeah, well, definitely now that Liquid's gone, he might have some extra space to farm. I think Liquid want to put pressure early, so maybe it's not a good idea to go Midas, just because you might need that extra item to fight earlier.
It's nice to contest the Ancient Pull as well, because you can see that Liquid straight away have stacked this Ancient Pull, and maybe that was their reasoning behind doing this aggressive tri lane, meaning their supports are closer to this Ancient camp, so they can just stack freely and get this slingshot of golds for Kurok. So maybe this is
Well-
their main reason for doing this aggressive try here.
And this could be where the experience catches up as well.
Dire's middle
If
tower
the
is
Bane
under
sits
attack.
around and takes the experience, then he'll get a quick level 6 as well.
If LGD had warded that camp, imagine what Liquid would be sitting on right now. They would
Yeah,
have a level 3
Radiant's
Bane, they would
top
have
tower
no Ancient
has
camp, they would have
fallen.
no way to get back into this game, but instead they get the top tower, they have the Ancient stack, they have an ability to take a ton of gold in a very short amount of time. Things are looking pretty good for Liquid right now.
yeah. Well, we'll see what item TC wants to go. He's got 2200 gold in the bank. He's definitely smashed his lane. He's got 58 last hits, including the tower last hit up top. He's a very rich man.
Maybe he's looking for a Shadow Blade. I know that's what a lot of Grazers have been doing recently. You might even go for the straight BKB, but
we might see some initiation here up top. Clock with the old cogs. Oh,
Shao Wei
just gets
ton of
melted.
trouble here, and he doesn't use the static link there. I think even
have
a
enough
couple
time.
of
Dead.
seconds of static link is nice just to deal some more damage to the tower. But
Radiant's top tower
instead
is
he
under
just backs
attack.
off. Maybe he's running back in. I'm not sure what he's
Oh, he's just farming.
back in farms.
Yeah, they have. He's pretty tanky. Like, he's got a quick movement speed, 377 when he pops phase boots. Oh, I'm not sure what that goes up to. 434. There you go. thanks TC, looking after your casters.
Yeah.
But he went mech for his team, so it looks like Liquid want to group up early and try to fight, which is I approve.
I approve of that too. You don't want to let you don't want to let Sylar free farm like he is now for an extended period of time. He's gone ahead and he's going to max his unstable concoction, which is pretty good, and he's getting one level of Grevil's Greed, which is the standard build now. I think Loda pioneered this, if I'm not correct.
Well, yeah, pretty much. You go 1 point in Grevil's Greed, and that's all you need. Like, the extra bonus gold early game isn't going to mean that much of a difference when you've got a high leveled acid spray. Like, acid spray helps you farm. It also puts a lot of pressure. Like, if you put an acid spray down in a team fight, the supports are just going to melt
the
over.
negative armor is so good, and
yeah.
the DOT is so good. But before, about a year ago, he was only run as this really greedy hard carry where you would max Grevil's Greed. He's changed a lot.
Mike
And
being
the
chopped bottom.
net coming out, and then the kind of average chain stun, but he gets taken down anyway. He wanted to get the Nightmare off on himself, get the counter initiation with the Razor, but instead it doesn't happen. Razor picking up the mechanism, so deciding to go for that team-orientated item. I'm not sure if I like this so much, just considering he is the kind of most farmed hero in the game. I would like to
Yeah.
see
Maybe he could have gone
a Yasha or a Shadowblade
BKB.
or BKB.
Because BKB counters Naga ult, so
He's the main form of damage for
could see some
LGD.
initiation about it.
And the
There's
stun
Naga
coming out,
ult.
the Naga ulti, he's gonna stop it, and then they're gonna get the stun off and the net. Kind of bad chain stun, but it doesn't look like it will matter. The ice path going down, the mechanism coming out, the cooldown going down, and completely, pretty much whiffing Shao 8 in the RP going down. Not dealing much damage since the nerf. Clockwork, wow, doing the work, going out. Yao and Sylar maybe gonna get a double kill here. Bane getting the kill and surviving, Fluff and stuff getting out, everyone getting out with no HP on Liquid, and wow, Valba just doing the work there, getting Sylar and Magnus in those cogs.
Yeah, that hook into cogs was amazing by Balba. Very well played.
If LGD just had slightly better chain stun on the Razor there, the mechanism wouldn't have gone off. And
Not really. They were just trying to burst him down. They didn't realize how tanky he was with the mech. Like, the mech actually paid for itself just there. That he would have died if he didn't have mech.
if he had gone for something like a Shadowblade or a Vanguard, he would have died. So hats off to TC, making the correct decision today, getting the mechanism, making sure his team's on high HP and winning the team fight there. So
the Magnus ult was really late in the team fight. Like, all the moves were on cooldown and the health was low and the positioning was bad. So I think he probably could have done that a little bit better than he did.
yeah, and
Dire's middle tower
the
is
previous
under
version
attack.
of Magnus, it would have been good just because the RP had damage as well, but now it only has 50 damage. So
Yeah, which is how it should be. I think that's a fair nerf.
yeah.
He was pretty intense
I think
in
he was
those
a little bit.
previous
I think
matches.
he was a little bit too strong
Under attack.
before, but now he's pretty balanced.
Structures are fortified.
His strength is still in his
Radiant's
RP, but it's
bottom
just
tower
not quite
is
as
under
strong.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
Well, you see,
and Bulba missing the hook. He has a haster, and he might actually still go for this. Runs up, and he doesn't. Oh, the sleep goes out on Shao 8, and he just gets taken down. Oh, Shao 8 sitting on 0-3, and the skewer going on Bulba. Bulba using the cogs. Yao looking really bad here. Gets taken down straight away. And 2 kills going towards Liquid. Far
Like,
out.
just two very bad positioning out of LGD. Like, why? Both times, why would you be there? They were trying to get
They
the
were
mid
trying to
tier
get
tower.
the mid tower, that's right,
Yeah.
and they just overextended a little bit. They didn't expect Bubble to have that haste rune, and all of a sudden they got caught out of position. Even though they had the ward coverage on bot rune, they just didn't see it coming, so they get punished for it heavily.
Yeah, they were just being greedy. And that,
Shao 8 goes straight top rune, says, you know, I'm just going to lick my wounds, buy a TP scroll, and use my ability teleportation, teleport top. Which is only level 1. He can only teleport once every 50 seconds. No,
really low level.
Every 50
Razor
seconds.
stomped him.
Yeah.
You see a smoke up here from bottom by Liquid. See if they can get a kill out of it.
Clockwork, he has his hook shot up again. He's gone for the treads, which is interesting. He can swap to int and then swap back to strength, get that extra strength boost. And he's spotted out by a sentry ward from
Yeah, beautiful
LGD.
sentry. Sees the smoke gank coming.
DD doing a good job on this Naga here. If they go on him, he can just pop the Song of the Siren and teleport out. But he just decides to teleport out instead. He realizes
Yes,
that
smart idea.
there's nothing that LGD can really do to defend this tower here.
Well, yeah, looks like another tower down.
Shao
Rays are
still
getting more
looking
farmed.
for a Midas, I believe. 14
Well,
minutes into the
he
game.
has to. Like, no. Nature's Prophet, like that Midas, pretty much every game you need it. Like that gold income, like once you have the Midas, is just incredible on Nature's Prophet. So, and plus the experience, he needs it to catch up on levels.
It's just a pity that he's so far behind. He's sitting there, level 6, 14, 15 minutes to the game. You really want to be looking at a Midas maybe 10 minutes in, so this,
Yeah, definitely.
Shao 8 really behind the 8 ball this game. Not because of his bad plays, just because Team Liquid have been playing really aggressively towards him, kind of wanting to mess him up a lot, instead of messing up Sylar, who's had the time of his life on this bot lane. Sitting on 83 CS, who's got his Shadow Blade up, and probably looking for blood pretty soon.
Well, Liquid have the most known counter to the Nature's Prophet in the Clockwork, so definitely exploiting that weakness.
The one thing that Nature's Prophet can do, however, against this Clockwork is position his treants around him. Because he's maxing his Nature's Call, what he can be doing is getting lots of trees around, and then he can put them in positions where the Clockwork will commonly come from, and then get away. So it's not a lost cause for Shao 8, but he really needs to make sure that he gets his positioning a little bit better than he has been. He's getting picked off, and then LGD aren't getting trades for this, so Shao 8 needs to be really careful with his positioning for the rest of the game.
I think the treads pick up on the Clockwork you mentioned before is actually pretty good, because now when he initiates in, he can survive. Like if he had mana boots, then he wouldn't have that survivability.
A lot of Clockwork players seem to go for phase boots as well, so then they can just completely circumvent the creeps and get the hook shots off a lot easier. But yeah, he goes for the treads. He's probably not going to be sitting in lane for very long, so he's just going to be farming heroes at this point for the rest of the game. That's his idea of playing Dota. You don't want to farm creeps. That's for wussies. You farm heroes.
Yeah.
So he's going to be looking for kills, looking for blood, and that's what LGD are thinking as well. They have the Song of the Siren. They have the reverse polarity. They have the Macropyre up. They have Sylar, who has the Shadow Blade, and then they also have Shao 8, who has the Wrath of Nature level 1 and the Midas. So maybe looking to give Nature's Prophet some room right now. The rest of them might be looking to fight, but no, Sylar going down to bottom lane, looking for more farm.
Some very good rev wards out by Liquid. No smoke ganks, so going to come through mid. They've got just all the access points covered. And you can also see they've actually warded the Ancients, which is very smart. It just limits the amount that the enemy carry can farm.
Yeah, they're not looking to take any chances here. It's such a big game. If they lose this one, then they're out of the tournament completely. Clockwork doing some really nice rockets here, getting the rocket on DDC, just spotting out the supports, letting them know that they're safe to farm on the other side of the map. So he knows that, you know, I know where you are, I'm going to farm the jungle. No problem. I know that you're not smoke ganking. We have wards on the map. We don't have to worry about that. So
Yeah, exactly.
Liquid getting a hit on farm, I think. I'm going to go check the gold graph. Liquid, yeah, so they're 2.5k ahead on gold, and experience graph looking their way as well, 3k ahead. So slowly but surely, Liquid are coming ahead on farm.
Well, look at this. Look at this guy that we haven't talked about for pretty much the whole game. Kurok now
Dyer's
is
bottom tower
50
is
gold
under
away from
attack.
BKB.
50 gold, so 18,
think that's
19
it.
BKB with phase boots. That's about
Yeah,
the right.
he's flying it out to him.
That's about the right
Dyer's
timing for a
bottom
free
tower is
farming
under
lane.
attack.
That's what you want to be looking for.
Yeah, well, he just did the stacked ancients really well. Like they really exploited that. So
So they're looking
they're
on
smoked
par
up.
with the farms, with the safe lane farmed gyrocopter, and they also have this safe lane farming Razor as well, who's huge as well. So things aren't. Oh, the
DDC just
Bane
gets
ulti
caught
coming out on Gyro. I mean, on Jakiro, sorry, and just gets
Sm-
popped fast.
Smoke gank completely taking him by surprise. He's not ready for that.
Liquid just one step ahead of LGD right now. LGD is saying, I don't want to fight you, I want to farm, but you know, they should be really looking for blood, but
Yeah, well, every time they have their ultimates off cooldown, they should really be trying to fight. They have a lot of AoE burst damage and disable. I think now that they might have waited too long, this BKB is up now on Gyrocopter. So yeah, reverse polarity still goes through it, but it's just the survivability that you get out of it.
yeah, it's the damage that you're looking for out of the Macropyre as well. It'll deal no damage when the BKB is up, and the net, I mean the Riptide deals no damage, and also the Shockwave. So most of the damage from LGD right now is magical damage, and you know, if you stun them, even if they're magic immune, if they're a magic immune, you're going to be dealing no damage. So you know, at the end of the day, if you don't kill them, it doesn't matter. So
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think like the point you mentioned earlier. I think LGD probably should have just warded. They should have known that Korok was farming ancients, so we could see some aggression, a bot from Team Liquid, just dewarding.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a gem pickup from Liquid at some point soon, just because these sentry wards must be getting expensive for them. They're putting them all over the map, and a really nice observer ward here actually by Team Liquid, scouting out all of the supports from LGD. You can see the vision there. That's pretty cool, and he just rockets them and lets them know that they know where you are.
Yeah,
Support's just kind of moving to the left a little, trying to be sneaky, but
and that's another thing about the Clockwork pickup. He also counters Magnus a little bit as well, if he gets played properly. Oh, down bottom, hook onto Zhao 8.
look, wow,
He's going down.
Xiao 8 having a bad game this game.
He almost had out like that hook. Beautiful play by Bulba.
And 0-4 for Xiao 8, just having a horrible time this game. Bulba getting the first kill of the game, even though he's been doing work, just not getting the kills, just kind of initiating and letting his team do all the damage. But he's maxed out his battery assault now. Maxed battery assault, if you get the full duration, it deals about 1.5k damage, so it's one of the biggest damaging spells in the game.
Yep.
LGD,
Oh, we could see some trouble up here. Silas in trouble. Liquid's on him with the static link, stealing all his damage. Wow, 104. TC hurts. That's all I can say.
and even if he managed to get that Shadow Blade off, they know that they will know where he was going. The rocket will follow him all the way back to the base. So
Definitely. Like that was just a big misplay from Sylar. I think he tried
to get IX Mike, but he just didn't have the damage. He needs to be fighting with his team. He's just decided to go off by himself, take farm and take risks by himself. He's playing like a true carry, greedy, but it's not paying off for him. Sometimes it's greedy to play as a team fighting position. Sometimes that's the way you have to play. The enemy teams don't have that much counter push. All they have is the counter. All they have is the cooldown, the plasma field, but they don't have a hero like Furion who has a great split pushing ability at the moment. He has to sit with the rest of his team and farm. So
yeah, because Clockwork's just picking him off all over the map.
yeah, Sylar kind of, at the moment, he's playing like the Furion should be, kind of farming by himself, and
yeah, well, he does have BKB, but obviously like from that last engagement, that doesn't mean that he can live. So
Yeah. So Sylar getting this ancient stack most likely. It's been warded
well, it
actually.
doesn't stack. Yeah, it's been warded again.
That
Like,
just adds salt to the wounds for LGD. They're getting their faces kicked in. And
yeah, well, those
Oh,
ancients
man.
have been warded since 15 minutes. Like, that's
Liquid just
intense.
getting this ancient advantage, just getting thousands of gold pieces from these ancients.
Well, that's the difference in the game. Like those few kills and the ancient stack, you can see in the gold graph.
Even
Like-
though their tri-lane was weaker, LGD have just not realized the strength of this aggressive tri-lane. The strategy of Liquid was just to get the advantage from the ancients and ward off the ancients of the enemy team. That was literally their strategy from the start of
Yeah.
the game. So
Well, maybe they meant to show like weakness, like just sort of say, "Oh, we can't really fight you," and they just thought they could farm.
Yeah.
So we see a smoke gang or smoke up. They might try to fight at the Roche pit.
this could be bad for Liquid because they have the RP, they have the concoction, they have the macropire, but no.
Yeah, it looks like
Liquid,
they're just going to leave him.
Liquid just backing off a little. They have a sentry ward there. They see the illusion of Naga Sirens. They know they've been scattered out. Just back off, play it safe.
So many wards around that Roche pit. There's 3 observer wards.
Wow.
Why not? And there's 1 rev ward down the middle. So
Who cares about the rest of the
Popcorn
map?
cooking on Xiao 8.
Xiao 8 is just going to fall so fast, and the rest of LGD say, nope, I don't want to bar over this.
So many BKB
IX
pops.
Mike running in, takes a hit from the Wrath of Nature and realizes, actually, I don't have that much HP, and backs off.
Look at his item, phase boots. He went phase boots first on Crystal Maiden.
On Crystal Maiden.
Yeah. Doesn't need mana boots.
Yeah, well, I know that most pops like to play him with phase boots or treads, so
Dire's top
Mm.
tower is
I
under
think it's
attack.
good. He needs the movement speed. However, you know, the phase boots does give you a percentage boost, which isn't so good on a hero like Crystal Maiden. Starts off with such a low base, so the 16% isn't going to be as effective on a hero that has low base movement speed as a hero like Luna, who starts off with 330. The percentage base is increased more because it starts off with a higher base movement speed. He's up
Yeah,
with,
definitely.
what is it? He ends up
Since
with
you get-
300, 415 movement speed or something like that at with the face boots.
Mm.
So
Well, it's a good pickup just because she can stay out of she can stay on the edge of fights pretty
yeah,
easily.
Stay out of harm's way.
Yeah. You can see the Nature's Prophet actually picks up the mech for his team, so that's going to be even longer before he becomes the right-click force that he can in late game.
Maybe he's just completely bailed on that and decided, you know,
Mm.
Naga might be able to do that in the mid game, so he's picked up the mechanism. Let Naga maybe carry the semi-carry the very late game, and they've got the hard carry, which is Sylar on the
Yeah.
Alchemist.
They're putting all their eggs in one basket in the Sylar, and then with their team fight, looks like Liquid want to do Roche again, half health.
It looks like they're going to get it this time. LGD aren't really positioned well enough to kind of contest this. Their
The
spot-
illusions are scouting
They're
it,
going to scout it out, but it doesn't really matter if they can see it, if they can't do anything about it. Sylar picked up his Hyperstone. They might be looking for this level 16 timing. Alchemist really likes to, they like to get this level 16 and the AC timing push, which is, it's so strong, but if you're
With
really
that
far
level
behind,
3 in Chemical Rage,
yeah.
pretty big in the team fights. So
It's plus 60 movement speed, and also gives them plus 750.
yeah, the bonus
HP.
health is the big part. With regen, he's just it's pretty hard to kill him. You have to put a lot of resources into it. So
Considering-
Liquid do pick up Roche though. So
And the Roshan goes on to Korok, who has a Mask of Madness now. He might be looking for a butterfly.
I think he needs damage now. Yeah, he's got his survivability items. He just needs something to do with damage. So we'll see what he gets. He'll probably wait till he has like 5,000 gold, so he still has buyback as well as some sort of item.
Yeah, Fluff and Stuff doing some dewarding. He's been really on point this game, just kind of really making sure that they have vision of the important parts of the map, even
Dire's
if
top
the
tower
enemy
is
team
under
doesn't have
attack.
any wards there.
Dire's structures
It lets them
are
know that they don't
fortified.
have wards there, and all of a sudden they've felt safe to farm the entire map. So really well played by Liquid, feeling really confident in their ability to farm the map and kind of control the game. I'm gonna have a look at the goal graph here. So
Dire's top
Liquid
tower is under
getting
attack.
more and more ahead. They're looking at about 3k in advantage, and for experience they're looking at about 5.5k in advantage. So that's huge. Couple of levels per hero in advantage here. Most of it going on Korok with the Korok and TC with those ancient stacks and the free farm. So
Yeah, well, Korok's only levels 16 as well as Razor, so they're just they're both level 15, very close to 16. Once that happens, their team fight's going to be hurting very unbelievably. So it looks like Razor's going for an Ags with that point booster.
yeah, and
Could
that
be big buff up on his ultimate, Eye of the Storm.
how much does it increase it? I'm not actually sure.
Well, he's actually just finished purchasing it up, so
Oh,
he's
so we'll
sending it
find
to
out
himself
soon.
on the
So
courier. Yep.
At the
so
moment
we'll
it
see
deals
that.
50 and 70, I mean 63, and strike interval of 0.6 or 0.5. So let's have a look here. 4 stuff picked up by Clockwork. I really like this. Really like this a lot. And it increases it.
Faster strikes, the containment structures, so faster pushing. That's pretty much just faster pushing and more deeps
It just hits
during the team
hits
fight.
building. So yeah, but this 4-staff pickup on Clockwork is so nice. He wants to be sitting in the middle of the fight, and if he sees a support being a little bit out of position, a little bit too close to him, then he'll just 4-staff them out, and all of a sudden they'll be looking at a really good positional fight. So Bulba
Yeah, exactly.
has done his homework on this Clockwork. He's kind of played a lot of games, I can
Radiant's
see.
middle tower is under attack.
Well, also what you can do with the 4-staff is if you go in and cogs in the middle of their fight, you can get out.
Yeah, you
with
can
a
get out of
4-staff.
the cogs as well without breaking the cogs. The cogs take a whole 6 hits to take down, so and even after you make a hole in the cogs, you still
Dire's
take
top
that damage
tower
from
is
walking
under
out. So
attack.
Yeah, you're not going to have enough time to kill the cogs, so it's just a very nice pickup from Clockwork.
nice warding and counter warding by Fluff and Stuff again. He's been on point all game, getting these wards on the lanes, these overpowered lane wards, and RP
Magnus.
coming out.
Whiffed it.
Can't do anything. All he does is hit the Crystal Maiden and then he just backs off. 100
Well, he-
seconds now.
He hit it, but then he missed his skewer.
Misses
he-
skewer.
Yeah, he didn't get the skewer.
Goodness, I missed the ender of that. I only heard the sound. Silo running up to farm with his DD.
He's got his Assault Cuirass now, so now he can just build into damage.
Probably looking for one more level before he wants to really force the issue. They're
Block
looking
for the
for-
ult in on DDC.
Clock. And DDC looking really bad. He can't get the, gets the ice wall off and he just takes a fall really fast. DDC, and they're not looking to counter initiate here. Bulba has the BKB, so they can't really blink
Radiant's
and
middle
skewer.
tower is under
Yeah, he
attack.
just blinks away and goes back to the base and says, you know what, I'm gonna just go back to the well and get all my HP, refill my bottle and try and get my HP
Dire's
back.
top tower is
Sylar
under attack.
Well, they were split pushing top, so
Takes down the top tower, yeah.
Liquid. So they did get an okay trade, tier 2 for tier 2, but DDC did die. But Liquid had to back off because there was a DT on Alchemist, and he can push that base down really fast. So, would you have a laugh at the Radiant Ancients again? Like,
Oh,
that
wow.
Rev Ward doesn't see who's the ward that's in there, so just Liquid really playing well this game.
Is really reminiscent of Heroes of Newith meta. They like to... Oh, and that one Ancient Golem decides to be a real meanie and not follow suit with the rest of their Mud Golems, but I mean the Rock Golems. This is
Yeah.
really reminiscent of the Hon meta anyway, where both teams like to put a huge emphasis on Ancients. That's what Hon is all about. You farm the Ancients and then you get your huge advantage from that. You don't really see it as much in Dota 2, but this game...
Well, yeah,
it's a
they're
big deal.
definitely exploiting the gyrocopter flat cannon in this game. Look at him, he's got his butterfly board up with
Yeah.
Aegis.
Well,
So,
there's a hero in Dota 2, he's called Draconis, and his ultimate ability is to attack... Well, I mean, not... I think it's his ultimate ability is to attack a whole bunch of units around him, and he also has a ability to push back creeps and deal huge amounts of magical damage, and the ancient creeps in that game don't have magical immunity, so you can actually burst them down with different abilities, which makes it a lot easier to kill and a lot stronger in a lot of different lineups.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Liquid Bane has a gem now, so they're just going to take rid of all the vision off of LGD. LGD Sylar is getting pretty far ahead. He's now 17,400 net worth, so he's in the raise. It's only 15,000 in second position, so he's ahead. If they get a good Magnus RP, then it could spell trouble for Liquid.
All it takes is one misplay by Liquid, and then they're going to get caught out by the Song of the Siren and RP through to Unstable Concoction with the Macropie. Like, the combo is huge, and Sylar coming in trying to take down Liquid TC, and he just sits there, hits him really slowly because of the unstable current, but he gets RP'd, solo RP'd, taken down by Alchemist.
They weren't taking any chances there, were they?
It's a little bit unfortunate that Alchemist gets the last hit though, because he already has that gold to get the Grievel's Greed to get that advantage in gold.
I guess they really that's just how they play Dota.
Yeah, they want Sylar to get all of the farm, and
yeah, pretty much.
He's
probably going to get Abyssal Blade next.
it is effective because they're a very successful team. They've done pretty well in the past.
Yeah, definitely. And Alchemist is definitely the type of carry that will, if he gets chances to bash on a Gyro or a Razor, then they're in trouble. So it's definitely not out of reach yet.
And Bulba, is he looking for a Agnahem setter?
Fluff and stuff gets picked off at bottom.
I got completely distracted. Yeah. But do you think Bulba is looking for an Agnahem setter there? He has the Ogre Club.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much... Aghanims is a great item on clock. It just reduces the cooldown to 12 seconds, which from 40 or 55 at the moment. So it's a really good buff up for him.
Well, initiation. Initiation. So Bulba using his BKB, catching out DDC, making it so that he can't use any of his abilities. He really wants to use a Macropire. The link going on Sylar, they're just following him. Sylar has no damage right now, negative 154, and Yao saying, I don't want to borrow this, skewering out. Sylar running away, Kurok just following unknowingly next to Sylar. Oh, actually, they're on the same team, sorry, but TC just running around looking for blood. He's saying, I have plus 272 damage, I want to hit things, but no, he's run out of his buff.
Yeah, the Bane ulti was very good. It just allowed TC to just drain all of Alk's damage. So Sylar being pretty risky up here in the top dire jungle.
Well, he knows that the enemy
Kurok
team can't chase him if they catch him, so he backs off a little bit.
Definitely. I think a good win for that team fight from Liquid. Clockwork just pulling out. He's hitting all the ults. Has he missed an ult?
Yes, he missed one in middle. Maybe 10 minutes into the game on...
Okay.
I think it was...
That's still a pretty good hit rate, like, to only miss one ultimate.
Yeah, but even after he missed the ultimate, he still got a double kill, so...
Yeah.
I mean,
so
he got his team a double kill, so
he's playing out of his brain in this game.
Yeah, pretty well played by him.
His adrenaline would be pumping. You see the butterfly picked up on Gyrocopter now?
I wonder if they're gonna, if LGD are gonna aim for a sheep stick, which is quite a common counter to the butterfly. And he knows that the Roshan is up. They go straight for it as soon as it appears. I wonder
Radiant did see it.
LGD are gonna go for this, but instead they go for the top push, trying to kind of put Liquid off going for the Roshan, but they're just taking it down too fast. They're not gonna be able to put pressure.
Roshan's at half health. Damage to the tier 3. Ultimate by Sylar. Unleashing.
Oh wow, they might even take down the tower here.
The Radiant forts.
Fluff and stuff is there to scare away the Alchemist.
Roshan was such a tank. There's no minus armor.
Razor picking it up this time. Realizing that maybe actually I am a little bit squishier than the Gyrocopter with the BKB and the Butterfly, so they give it to him. I quite like this choice. The Razor the static link only has a cooldown of 25 seconds, so even after he comes up from the Aegis, if they kill him, he'll probably have static link again, so...
Well, Korok's got Satanic as well, so there's no
he's just
point
finished
giving it. Yeah, he just finished it, so TC, I reckon, yeah, definitely the Aegis pickup on him was good. Well, and there's your Sheepstick that you were talking about. The Nature's Prophet picks it up 38 minutes into the game.
He's doing pretty well considering he got smashed at the start of the game. Sitting
Yeah,
on
yeah.
11k, well, almost 12k net worth here.
Ahead of the Clockwork, which was actually who was beating him down, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
Bulba hitting the hook shot on Sylar. He might be able to take him down. The BKB is casted by him, but it doesn't matter because the Fiend's Grip is casted. And he's just sitting there on 2.2k HP, trying to get the TP off, and he gets away. He sleeps himself. IX Mike.
does Battery Assault cancel TP or no?
It does, yeah. It does. cancel.
So that was a misplay then from Liquid. Bane slept.
Dire's
The
bottom
Clockwork.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, it was a huge misplay.
I think he was trying to click on to the Alchemist.
But he was BKB'd and it just went to Bulba instead.
Yeah, so a little bit of a misplay.
Bulba was
Right.
probably telling him, you shouldn't sleep me, get rid of the sleep. And then he attacked him and got the sleep on himself, and all of a sudden they all just looked really stupid, just sitting there asleep, having a nightmare. But, no, LGD, thanking their lucky stars that Liquid misplayed it a little bit. I think if they had just played it a little bit better, then Fluff and stuff would have gotten there in time, been able to get the Frostbite out, and then they would have killed Sylar and got a huge gold advantage. But instead, no.
They might have been able to push that last remaining tier 2 on the top.
It would be a really good thing for Team Liquid. Get that map control, but Sylar, is he going to get hookshotted? He gets hookshotted, and
Wow.
his BKB is still up. He's going to use it, I think, maybe.
There comes the 4-staff in use.
That's a huge problem for him. He's sitting there. That was
There's
his
no TP.
That was his 8-second BKB charge. He gets static linked and followed, and they can see where he's going because the static link just goes on him, even if he's invisible. And the ultimate goes out for Crystal Maiden.
This Clockwork.
Static
It's just-
link is such a nice way to deal with the Shadow Blade. You use it on them, and then you know exactly where they are, even if you don't have detection. So it makes the dust that much more effective. With the slow, the 10% slow, you don't even want to be invisible at that point. You just want to run away and think,
Yeah, exactly.
goodness.
I don't think Liquid can farm. Like, I mean, I don't think LGD can farm in the dire half anymore. Like, Liquid are just playing really well, sticking together. Clockwork's hitting his ultimates from halfway across the map.
And he's so close to his Agnahims now. He's sitting about 1,000 away.
Does he have it or?
No, he doesn't have it yet.
Oh, no.
He's sitting about 1,000 away. He just needs the point booster, and then he's going to be
No, he's got it.
he's going to be there. So he's going to. Okay, he's picking up his Blade of Alacrity. I don't know what he's doing there, but
Yes, that
TC
attack speed.
showing that he is not afraid, farming,
Yeah. They want to do damage to this tower.
running into the enemy base and hitting the tower.
Radiant's
Look at how much damage that
are
does.
fortified.
Forces out forward as well.
How long does that last as well? That lasts for 30 seconds. That's a long time for that to do damage. And the hook goes in. Bulba using his BKB, the Bane ultimate from all the way over there, going on the Magnus. Magnus buying back. He still has the RP. The net going down. So Clockwork taking a fall from the Alchemist. And TC being sheeped up, he still has the Aegis.
probably
That's
wants
why
to
they
die
want
here.
fight. He wants to take a fall.
Oh,
He's
triple
gonna
up
come back
here.
and then the RP going down. Fluff and stuff taking a fall. Bane is going to be taking a fall as well. No, Bane getting away. Yao trying to run away, realizing that the carries for Liquid are still up. The Link is up again. They can still fight here if they want to, but they decide to back off and, you know,
LGD
probably
defend
a
racks.
choice. Even though the RP is down, the Chemical Rage is going to be up, and the Song of the Siren will be up soon as well, with the Naga coming up pretty soon.
That was successful defense. They killed Clockwork, Crystal Maiden. They got the Aegis out of Razor, and I think they had to buy back a couple times. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like Jakiro brought back. Naga brought back. So 2, and the Magnus brought back. So 3 buybacks to defend Rex.
I'm just gonna have a look at the goal graph now. My goodness, so
Oh wow.
yeah,
It's in
LGD sitting
favour.
2k in favour, so that's
This,
huge for
yeah,
them.
definitely.
But the experience still sitting 5k, 6k in advantage of Liquid, so that's where their advantage lies right now, is that ability to claw back in the game with the Furion and the Alchemist.
Well, and Alc picked up the MKB to counter the Gyro's Butterfly. So he's, and look at that damage with the Empower buff.
He's hitting so
300.
fast, and he has Cleave, and he has a ton of HP. And I would really like to see maybe some lifesteal, even maybe.
Well, he's got his ulti for that, so I think he just needs to keep going flat damage if he can.
What do you think he's going to pick up after this?
He needs his Abyss Blade.
Abyssal Blade. Oh right, you said before, my bad. So.
Yeah, but because the butterfly came up so early, he had to go into MKB first. So I think he'll still go Abyss Blade.
And TP responses from Liquid here saying, you know, I don't want you to be in my base, and he just misses the hook. That was a bit unfortunate, but you know, he had to make a guess. His rocket was on cooldown. Is just a little bit unlucky. There's no skill involved in those blind hooks. It's just, you know, I think he's going to be there, and he just wasn't quite as lucky as he wished he would be.
Well, that's the thing about the hooks. Like, you're only going to hit them if you throw them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So
you gotta be in it to win it.
Yeah.
You gotta be in it to win it. So Yao getting some farm here, and then now he's gonna leave and let the Furion farm the lane and the jungle. So Furion kind of getting a lot of farm now. Now that he knows that the Clockwork Hook is on cooldown, although it's not, cooldown being 40
well,
seconds
it's
now.
really short. He's only 6-5 gold, 4 gold. He's got his Aghanims.
And
He's sitting at the secret shop as well for it. Yeah.
There's a point booster. And there's the courier flying towards him, no? Yeah, there's a courier.
Yeah, he's got it. There you go. So now if he can get 2 to 3 holds off in a fight, that's doing a lot of work. So
And Korok, no? Korok, yeah, TP's
Korok's in
away,
trouble.
and oh man, he doesn't have his TP, he can't BKB and TP away anymore. He's gonna try and maybe fight this, but oh, he pops his Satanic and gets some hits off, and is there gonna be a kill? Oh, Bulba gets the hook in. Korok is still alive, he's still hitting people, and Sylar saying, I hate you guys, and just hitting them. Naga uses the ultimate, but because Alchemist had already used his BKB, he still gets hit. My god! Alchemist.
they couldn't even kill Kurok. Like he's so big.
Korok.
They unleashed pain onto Korok, and he just lived with Satanic.
He lived for so long. It looks like he's going for a Divine Rapier after this.
Well, if he gets the Aegis, which is up in about a minute's time.
They must be betting that LGD aren't going to be contesting the Roshan again, because that's what they have been trending to do this game. They just let the Roshan go Liquid way, they let the Ancients go Liquid's way, and they're just taking farm for themselves and not really making anything happen. So you know, they've taken all the towers and they're just content to farm.
Well, I think you're right with the Rapier call as well. Like, you saw that. How do you kill him if he has Aegis?
If he has Aegis and Satanic Divine Rapier, 175% lifesteal, that's pretty ridiculous. The BKB, my goodness, how do you take that down?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
RP
That is-
refresher though, maybe you use one RP on the first life and the second RP on the second. If you get your positioning perfect, then it is possible.
This Alchemist was dead for so long. He was level 20 when he died, almost 21. He bought his basher just then, but he just lost a lot of time farming.
He can
So-
be really greedy now though. He can buy all his items because the buyback, it takes 6 minutes for your buyback.
Well, he didn't actually buy
he
back.
He didn't buy back.
No.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, missed blink by Yao. He tried to blink skewer the Bane, but missed it.
It's quite tough to get that combo off. Even with a lot of practice, it's easy to miss. So, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
and
Well,
Liquid aiming to get this next Aegis.
yeah, they really
LGD
want the rush.
LGD are kind of in position to fight this time, so Bulba sitting outside of the rush pit, Fluff and stuff, and IX Mike also sitting out. They're just letting their carries do all the damage, slowly taking it down. DD might use his ultimate here and try and
we could see a fight.
Furion can be there whenever he wants, so Alchemist slowly running in. He has a lot of items up. He has just a lot of ability to fight here. The Aegis is going to fall, and Magnus picks it up. I'm surprised they didn't put it on Sylar, but he's fallen items. The RP goes down. Sylar taking a ton of damage. The ultimate's on him. Yao using his RP gets pretty much the whole team. Takes a fall. Is he going to use? Oh, he's already used both of them. He whiffed one of his ultimates. Yao comes back. And
wow,
Bulba
Liquid win that fight.
Liquid takes him down.
I thought for sure they were gone.
That was terrible chain stunning by Yao. I'm not sure if you agree with me, but he used his first RP, and the RP lasts for 3.75 seconds, and he just used them in really quick succession. He could have done a ton more. He could have done a lot more chain stunning there, but
yeah. Well, while everyone was concentrating on the pit, guess who was doing the deeps that fight? Out of everyone that was farmed, everyone that's got all these items, the Crystal Maiden gets a full level 2 channeled, freezing field at the back. It just killed the supports. Did so much damage to the guys in the pit as well. Fluff and stuff. What a player.
Bane using his ulti on a chain stunned Alchemist as well. I'm not sure if I liked that so much, but
yeah. Either way, good comeback from Liquid to win that fight. It was Bulba's clockwork just saved them. He got a 3-man cogs to begin with, and it disrupted him right after Naga ult, and then he got another 2-man ulti later on in the fight because of the Ags. So pretty.
He's so huge at this point. 4-star BKB and Agnahems. His plan was to not farm creeps. Well, I think it was his plan. His plan was to farm heroes, not creeps. That's generally what you're saying when you get a treads pick up early.
Well, he's only got 163 last hits in 50 minutes, so he's doing what he wants.
And they're smoked up. They're looking for a kill here. They get Shao 8, and the brain snap goes on him. He gets enfeebled. He can't TP out. He's just
so much
getting
trouble.
battery assaulted. And DDC comes in, they try and force-staff him out, but it doesn't work. His hook is up again because he has. Oh man.
Naga just cancels the hook.
Just cancels the hook. I'm not sure if he could have gotten away anyway. And Yao getting in position, he decides, actually no, I don't want to do this. And the hook shot comes in by Bulba. Yao taking, oh no, he uses his RP and only skewers out the clockwork, and he gets taken out anyway. It's bad positioning by the Magnus here. Razor using his ultimate, doing a ton of damage to the barracks of the
big
Radiant side.
miscommunication as well from LGD. They could have got a 4-man RP, but they backed off.
I feel like they all panicked after Shao 8 got caught out of position a little there, and they made some bad decision making there. Turok gets hit by the ice bath, but doesn't matter. He still has the BKB
Looks
up.
like Liquid are trying to end it.
It looks like they are, yes.
They're going for GG.
T4 takes a fall. Korok still feeling confident. Clockwork using his hookshot, getting both Sylar and DD. Sylar is going to take a fall here. Does he have buyback? He has buyback. He uses it straight away. Comes in, tries to get his concoction is on cooldown. He gets enfeebled immediately.
Train's going down.
DDC doesn't matter about the ice field, and Bulba force-staffs himself out. The net is going to go down on TC. Maybe, no he doesn't. And Sylar still not doing enough damage. He's still enfeebled. Crystal Maiden ulti goes down. The throne is taking too much damage.
They're gonna win. GG.
Oh, GG. What a good game. It could have gone either way. Both teams had a solid plan, a solid idea of what they wanted to do in the game, but Liquid, you know, taking the advantage of the Ancient Pit, taking the advantage, making sure that the enemy can't farm the Ancients, and slowly scraping ahead a gold advantage by, you know, taking their side of the map and just being super efficient.
Yeah, it was just the pressure they were able to put on LGD. It forced them to farm in places that they wouldn't normally farm in, and that's where they got pickoffs.
Yeah, they're just giving their Clockwork a lot of room and giving all their heroes a lot of farm as well. You can see the last hits of both Razor and Gyrocopter just a little bit ahead of everyone else, including Sylar. Razor and Gyrocopter both ahead of Sylar in last hits, so doing a really good job.
Well, OGD miss out on top 8.
Yeah, they do. Well, it's a bit unfortunate, but You know, Liquid are pretty cool as well, so good on them. Anyway, I am the Evil Twig, and this is
Tondors dota.
Tondors Dota. Sorry, this is Tondors Dota with me doing a shoutcast of LGD versus Liquid. I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, I am going to call that there.
Yeah,
I need to
that's fine. I probably need to go to sleep.
I need to cut this video up and
Yeah, well,
put it on YouTube.
thanks for that, man. I had good fun. That was some really exciting games to cast.
Yeah, my head hurts.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's awesome.